Set off.
This is our next topic, and Tyvis, you led us right into it. Dustin, you alluded to Dustin Hopkins missing the field goal earlier. When you look at this Browns season in totality, it could be Hopkins, it could be Emerson, it could be somebody else. Who's been the most disappointing Brown this season in terms of what you expected versus the reality of what we've got?
Who you got?
I mean, I assume we're not going to talk about 4.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Well, if
move
you
on.
think he's the most disappointing.
Moving right along.
If you had no expectations for him, then yeah.
No, I think we all had expectations for him, but I'm not going to pick him.
That's low hanging fruit.
Pointless. Yeah.
It's kind of a given. I'd say the left tackle situation.
Jed.
Yeah, and no backups, and not having any answer for that position to me. I'll give one, so I'll let you guys, unless you want more from me.
No, you go one. If you have another one that no one else mentions, you can go again at the
Copy
end.
Go ahead, Tyvis. Who you got?
There's a lot of options here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Who you got?
The most disappointed Browns player this
Can't get away from
By the way,
MJ
Sean
now.
was killing David the joke.
What the thing about MJ is, I said it. I predicted that would probably happen this season, so it's not disappointing. I mean, I guess it is disappointing that I was right.
Yeah.
He runs an 81 on Madden. He's 81 speed.
I guess it would be him. I guess it would be.
He's only 81.
81.
No,
81 speed.
that's not true.
Acceleration is a 76.
It would be, because I think that
Fairly accurate.
I truly think the fact that when you look at what he did in the preseason, the joint practices, the hype that he got, you know, the him working out with Denzel the offseason, and him coming into the season knowing that this is a big year for me contract-wise. And this is the display that we got. Like that, it hurts my heart for him, because it's like, you're not going to break the bank doing this. So I feel bad for the guy. But to me, I feel like it's so bad that it kind of messes up what they want to do as a defense. And if that's the case, that's a huge problem. Like, if we can't comfortably run man-to-man because we think you may be the weakness, not saying this might be the case, it may or may not be the case. But I'm just saying, if he has become that weak of a link, that's a problem.
Man.
By the way, before we move on with this, there's one thing I just remembered, Mike, that you said earlier. I know it's stupid, but I think technically the Browns have not been eliminated from the playoffs.
Did I say that today?
I think you said they were eliminated, and I
texted
don't know why I just
you
thought
put
about
that
it
in
an
the
hour and a
text.
half later. Technically, there's some machination of tiebreakers that if they won out, they
I'll
can
dive
make the playoffs.
into the playoff scenarios. While I'm doing that,
Yeah.
G, who would you
Yeah.
crown as the most disappointing Brown so far?
Actually, this is not even really close. Juan Thornhill. Bro,
He's going to tweet about you.
that's fine. That's okay.
Bum he's been.
Like you just listen. You're supposed to come over here and give us some plays, man. Like, he's not been on the field enough. When he has been on the field, it's been confusion. You're supposed to be a veteran where it's like I'm supposed to be a calming agent back there, where we're supposed to get lined up and be able to play. They switched you to the number 1 digit. You know what that means. If you got number 1 on, you better be cold. You got 1 or 2, you better be a monster. And it just ain't worked that way, man. You couple those 3 things, right? You say, how did the Browns slip and fall for where they are? When you got Rodney McLeod playing all these snaps, and Rodney McLeod told you before the season, I'm about to retire, that's all bad. He was on his farewell tour. He was on the Kobe Bryant tour. He's waving, kissing babies, signing autographs. This man is playing meaningful snaps, high leverage snaps in the fourth quarter, and he like 60 years old. And Juan Thornhill, nowhere to be found. We brought you in to be a playmaker, and it didn't hit like. So you look at Emerson, you look at Juan Thornhill, you look at Jed Wills, getting sacked, can't run the football, no turnovers in the back end, giving up too many big plays.
I can't believe
So you guys all had good choices. Martin Emerson is ranked 105th out of 113 corners in PFF.
Is he really?
105th. He's been terrible. Obviously, Jed Wills, who's had an up and down Browns career, has been a disaster. With not only with his play, but with the stupid comments he said about making a business decision. I don't necessarily agree with Thornhill, only because I had zero expectation for Thornhill coming into this year, as I thought he was a bust last year, so I didn't expect him to be good. He's continued to be bad. Certainly Dustin Hopkins, who none of us have mentioned.
Wow.
I don't know why Dustin years ago said never draft a kicker. He's right. They're always not worth it.
Find someone on the street tomorrow
Exactly.
that can
and
that
to
can
pay
produce.
a kicker off of one season.
Why do we pay him? Was anybody else paying him?
He had one anomaly season last year where he was excellent. Before that, he'd been at best a mediocre
this
kicker.
guy.
And they compounded it by drafting a kicker in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Cutting that kicker.
Yeah.
Getting Hopkins, giving him a contract, then bringing back the 4th round
That's
kicker
right.
again and give him
That's
another
right.
shot.
All these guys are good choices, but you know what, guys? You all missed the best choice.
Who's that?
You know who's the biggest disappointment on this team? You had the right position, G, but the wrong player. Grant Delpit has been a huge disappointment this year. He is playing terrible football. He's making no impact plays. You look at his PFF grade, he's like 70th out of 90 guys. He has been this guy got paid. He looked like he was emerging last year, and he has been lousy. Let's face it, outside of Denzel Ward, their secondary, which was supposed to be one of the best in football, has been absolute trash. Outside of Ward, the whole secondary stinks this year across the board. Stinks.
You know what? He kind of goes under the radar a little bit. I'm sitting there thinking, like,
You think he's the worst out of everybody we named? You said
No, he's the best. But he had the high to me.
No, I'm saying he's the most disappointed.
Yes, because I had much higher expectations for Delpit than I had for any of those guys. Those guys I didn't love Emerson like the rest of you guys did. I thought he was a fine player, but you and Earl and Jason thought he was amazing. I'm sorry, not you. Jason and Earl.
Whoa.
Jason and Earl loved. I think there was a point last year where either Jason or Earl, I don't remember who it was, said he was better than Denzel Ward, which is the most insane thing I ever heard.
You know who said that.
One of them said it.
It's that guy that's clipping these clips.
I might have been chasing though.
he was. McNuggets used to do these lists last year where we ranked the top teams or the top players from combined teams, drafting the players. And I'm not gonna lie, we got outvoted a lot of times by that Martin Emerson. He was always finding himself 6.
But I thought Grant Delpit was gonna maybe this year emerge as a Pro Bowl safety,
like one of them ball hawking safeties.
And he's below, and he's not very good. He hasn't been very good at all.
He's been made this year.
He hasn't played as bad as Emerson, as bad as Hopkins, as bad as these other guys. But my expectations for him was way higher than all these other guys.
If you're saying that, I made this comment about a week ago. I said that all the people that we paid in the past few years outside of Denzel and JOK was bad contracts. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, now, in fairness,
in hindsight,
the Njoku contract I didn't like at the time. It's been
but we liked it. But then
it's fine.
Hey, I'm not.
Even though Sean killed, I thought Sean was a little over the top.
I mean, Njoku has not been.
No, he's not great, but
there is times where he do trot. I'm like, is he gonna turn that on?
Did you guys think he was over the top on Njoku or no?
A little over the top, sure. But Sean is over the top in general about everything.
He is. That's true.
So to be fair,
is he more over the top than me?
No.
Let's not get crazy. Well, when it comes to Jameis, he is.
Big circus.
I mean,
no, I think he's certainly like Njoku is so gifted as an athlete. He can just street ball a lot of things out there and get away with it.
Yeah.
So I understand what Sean's talking about.
But they didn't pay him crazy money.
No, but
like he's getting paid like as a solid tight end, and that's what he is.
He made 2 catches last night.
Yeah.
That showed you why he's getting paid.
Yeah,
that's right.
Period.
He's never going to be in that elite group of tight ends, but he's a really
2 elite catches last night.
And by the way,
he's
an unbelievable red zone.
He does the hard things well, and the easy things. He makes the easy things look hard.
It's like he's a tight end. Like, do you want to make a living throwing to a tight end as a quarterback unless they're like Anthony Gonzalez or Kelsey? No. Like, I'm going to throw you this football.
Anthony Gonzalez was a wide receiver.
No, the great Tony Gonzalez.
Tony G.
I was like, Anthony
He
Gonzalez.
said Anthony, and I was like,
He said Anthony, but I
Well, yeah, I hear you. Like, and Brock Bowers. Obviously, this guy's a special player.
So, yeah.
Have you seen the picture of him? He's balding and
Who?
Brock Bowers. Yeah, he looks like he's like 40.
Somebody had a funny post on Instagram or somewhere. It
I
says
bet- was
he
it
looks
the-
like a 42-year-old hockey player getting one more season in.
I bet you his wife
You tried to
drop dead.
finesse me out of him.
I bet he.
I did.
He is one of those dudes
Yeah.
who, like, he went to Georgia, and so if you know anything about SEC schools, like they come ready to they are dressed to impress. I guarantee I haven't even seen his wife or significant other. I guarantee she's a 10.
Of course, doesn't matter how ugly you are as a player. I'm
Guaranteed.
not saying he's ugly,
But-
Let me
but
it's
Google
irrelevant.
that.
But I'm telling you that those guys who are unassuming,
Yeah.
they just wear regular
What's
stuff.
her name? The Paul Skeen's girlfriend
Is
who
this
played.
him?
Did you
Livy
from
Dunn.
LSU?
Livy Dunn.
Oh, from LSU, right?
Is that him?
That's him.
Oh, he looks a lot younger with a hat on.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Gotta wear that hat. Gotta wear that hat.
Did he outkick his coverage?